All right, so I've had a few asks for a full week of training. It is Tuesday. We are starting out the week with a HYROX conditioning circuit and then like a little bit of a full body, call it athletic-ish day here at the gym in Phoenix. This weekend we're traveling, so I actually thought it was a perfect time to film this video because most weekends we are traveling. So good time for me to highlight how we modify training when on the road and if we get in training while we're on the road. But wearing the Maverick from Tier for this HYROX circuit. So right now we have 4 rounds with an 800-meter run, sled push, and wall balls. So it should be a nice little warm up before the actual workout that we got to do today, but let's get to it. So for warm up, we're playing tag. I'm currently at, you got 3 seconds. 3, 2. Ten wall balls. So for sled, we're having Katie do 220 down or 210 down, and then we're adding another 100, and I'm doing 310 back. Third set through the running, feeling pretty good. Let's get after it, Katie. Such a good conditioning slash warm up. Let's get it, Katie. Katie's pushing mixed weight. Keep the sled tighter to the body. Yeah, there you go. Knees, drive, 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 drive. Good, Katie. Drive, drive, drive. Nice. So wrapped up the first part of this workout. Our timing on our treads were about 14.5 minutes. So, you know, factor in the sled work and the wall balls, I'd say probably at another 6 to 8 minutes. It's not terrible. Being a little bit north of 20 minutes right now for a functional 4-ish rounds of that, I would say not bad. Especially coming off of a cold right now, I'm on antibiotic. And Katie has also been a little bit run down with a cold, so it's did pretty damn good for what it's worth. How you feeling? Translation? Like she's gonna die and she needs to run more. We both need to run more. All right, so part B of the workout, rocking the Innovate Bear XF V2s. What we're gonna be doing is like a lateral step with a goblet squat. So step, squat, 4 each side. Just like a little bit lateral movement with some form of load. And then we go into dumbbell snatch. Then we go glute bias walking lunge. And then we finish with a little conditioning circuit, ski for 12 seconds, 10 to 15 push-ups, and then 6 box jumps. So nothing too crazy, but just enough spice to get some conditioning in. All right, ready? Step, squat, step, squat, step, squat. You might be wondering why the squat? I mean, why the step? So this was actually supposed to be lateral sled drag, but my friend is using the sled and I wanted to get some more squat stimulus and just get more blood flow into the whole quads and hips and glutes. So this is a good alternative. Also, it allows me to test the Bear XF V2s a little bit better regarding just lateral stepping and how it stabilizes when you're moving with lateral weight. All right, we got 5x4 and dumbbell snatches. We're using the same weight we just goblet squatted. So for me, it's 60, Katie, it's 30. The goal here is not max loading. The goal here is to move quick and just get a nice little stimulus in here from a power context. Move fast. We don't want to be moving weight so heavy that we're getting slowed down by it. 5x4, let's go. First set. All right, so for the lunge component of today's workout, we're gonna swap it from the glute bias walking lunge and actually do a 60-pound sandbag lunge for 100 meters total, just to condition for one HYROX that we have in a month and a half, but also get used to passing it off because I think that's gonna be interesting as we get used to it. But Katie's gonna start us off. I'm gonna have to give her a lift here. The plan right now is I'm just gonna lift it overhead and put it on her back whenever we need to break. Back here a little bit. There you go, that's a full 20. Got it? So from here all the way down to where that bunched up rope is down here, it's just at 20 meters. So the goal is to accumulate 5 rounds here. So we'll have Katie go down. I'll probably go 1 and back, 1 down, 1 back all at once. Katie will hit the 4th and then I'll hit the 5th. Got it? Let go. Four through, once Katie wraps this one up. 60-pound bag for some conditioning. Final little circuit of this workout. 12-second ski, 10 to 15 push-ups, 6 box jumps, and we're doing low box because we want to basically land with extended legs in a really good power position. You're up. 6, 6, 6. All right, so I'm here with my friend Michael. He's always crushing HYROX workouts over here and crushing training, but you tried on the prototype shoe. That was prototype 5, so I'm nearly done. Can you just share some thoughts on what it was like on foot? If you liked it, if you didn't like it, whatever you honestly have. I don't want you to just be nice to me on camera here.
So the honest opinion that I have is that I tried on a size
11,
and I'm 9.5. So it was a little bit big, but my first impression when I first put it on was, wow, this is comfortable. It was really comfortable. I use pretty much tier CX T2s for a lot of my cross training stuff, running shoes for other stuff, but they were so comfortable. And when I got on the sleds on this kind of turf, they stuck to the ground. So the grip was great. They felt really comfortable, and I'm excited to try them when they actually fit me.
Yeah, the size that fits you. I just opened up a mold for a size 10, so that should give us a better idea for you. I'm not doing half sizes from the jump just because it's too expensive to open up 18 molds right from the jump. I'm doing 10 to start. I'm excited, dude. Thank you for sharing your thoughts, bro.
Yeah, of course.
He's the absolute beast with HYROX stuff. All right, day is done. This is by far the longest training day all week, and this is not by any means what we do every single time in the gym. This is about an hour-and-a-half long workout when all is said and done, and usually we're in and out in 45 to an hour. Katie, how does that workout go for you? How do you feel about it?
Today I feel good.
Nice.
Actually on a bad day.
Yeah, usually it kicks our ass, especially that first little 2-mile jaunt. But yeah, feeling decent today for having a cold.
Yeah, I think we took some days off, so.
True. So much more fun to do with somebody too. It's so boring going by yourself. But now we're off to grab smoothies, and I will see you guys tomorrow for our next session. It's upper body day. A friend is gonna be joining me. A friend who actually coaches at F45 where Katie goes, who she introed us. So it'll be my first time actually meeting him tomorrow. So when I say friend, we're using a loose term there.
Hopefully we become friends.
Yeah, hopefully become friends. All right, so first set's a bench, 3x7 with a little bit of a ramp, 3x5 ramp. Top set, center final 3x5. I forgot to clip my side, so let's hope I'm fucking money here. All right, we have 6x6 on ring chins. We did 3 body weight, 3 with a 10-pound plate or 10-pound dumbbell. Final set. Let's get it, dude. It's good body control. That was 4x12, 6 each side, gorilla row, paired with 10 kettlebell hang cleans, and their form rough. Good little stimulus though, get the heart moving before the arms. So I've coached since college to some degree, and I always forget that as I've gotten deeper into the shoe game. So we're hitting 10s on skull crush, 7 on each arm for the curls. You can either go hammer or turn the wrist in and do a little bit of a supination. Dealer's choice on that.
People sleep on it, dude. 2/3 of the upper arm.
All right, thanks for joining me for the workout.
Absolutely, brother.
Absolutely. But wearing prototype 5,
yeah.
Share some thoughts on how it felt for the workout, comfort-wise, for your foot anatomy. So you're a size 10, this is a size 11, so keeping that into account too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, just what are some thoughts?
Yeah, with that, the size, there was a touch of just a little space, front and back, but honestly, the back here, the padding, on the Achilles, on the back of the heel, just feels, it's tight. It's like hugging it. But then again, I have naturally wider feet. So I feel like this toe box just allows kind of like for that base, you know, especially when we were doing those cleans. The base of it just felt super solid. Wasn't rocking back and forth, but yeah, I mean,
How's the grip
breathable.
and comfort?
Oh, I love it.
Good.
Yeah, I feel bouncy. They're nice and light, but also, again, like I was saying, I just feel like I have a lot of support on that ankle area. But yeah, but my foot, yeah, it moves. I love it.
And then also, you came in wearing the Reebok Nano Froning, I believe X2s.
Yes, yep, X2.
Compared to those, how do you like the fit and feel? Because those are very different. A lot of toe spring, narrower toe box,
yes,
bit more stack height.
Yes, yeah. On those, yeah, I do feel like it is much more of a platform that you kind of sit on. So I think just like overall movement is a little bit less in those, but I mean, they are narrow. You can feel in the Nanos, it's a hug, like it's squeezing my foot. And on these, it's a very, almost like comparable to like old Nike Freeze, like the old retro Nike Freeze. Like it's almost like a sock,
dude.
You know, but there's the comfort, the stability. I love them. I honestly, these are, yeah.
It's funny you say that because this is, you know, a culmination of a lot of my favorite training shoes with a lot of different features, and two of the shoes that are constant inspirations for me personally, Metcon 4 and the old Freeze, because they had a low stack, they felt athletic, and they actually moved with your foot.
Oh, they were the ones you like fold in half. I mean, for me, it was like a lot of like, we used to do the parkour and like free running, so we were just like off of things. But yeah, these are very reminiscent of that. I mean, I think a little more structure than the Freeze, but yeah, these are, I love them.
Well, dude, I appreciate you sharing your thoughts.
Absolutely.
All right, we have made it to Savannah. We are at Victory Gym. They have a cool DIY check-in process, so we're gonna train here. Today's workout, starting with hamstring curls and sled pulls, doing that 4 times through for a little bit of a warm-up circuit, and then it's just a little bit of a full body, lower body circuit day. So the goal and rationale between these two pairings at the beginning of the workout is just, one, this is for some knee rehab, but also just to get a nice little quad pump. And the hamstring curls is a nice way to warm up the knees as well. So before we hit those reverse deficit lunges, really warm up the knees, hamstrings.
You need to drink all the water and hydrate everything. Oh yeah.
Final set, steady work. All right, so now we have 3 sets through. We're gonna do hamstring curls as opposed to lower back extension. I wanted more hammy stimulus. And we swapped to the lateral step ups for these lunges with a cable. So the big thing here Katie's thinking about is letting that hip go into internal rotation and standing back up, extending through the hip, and then going back into that open position. So internally rotate, let that weight pull you, load the quad, and then bam, back up. And she's thinking about pressing that back toe through the back ground, lengthening that back quad, pressing through. Nice, Katie. This is a sneaky way to get a nice pump and stimulus, but then also drive some natural hip internal rotation. This is low-key one of my favorite moves to do when I'm in like one of those places where it's like, I want to get a little bit of a stimulus, but not go crazy. Because tomorrow we have a group workout with the groom and bride in our group. So I don't know what that's gonna entail, but I'm sure it's gonna be a burner pre-wedding workout. So this is a good one, just to get a nice stimulus. Nice, work through some ranges of motion that obviously you're not always getting, especially under load. Katie's hamstring curling. Only 2 more. I didn't see the first 10, so she could be just doing 2 and we don't even know. Finishing up with some Copenhagen's. Dip the hip, dip it, raise it, yeah. Then we swapped out knees to elbows for some calf raises instead. Tomorrow's gonna be a lot of core, so I like the workout. I'm gonna save us a little bit. Just hit some good full range of motion. See the calf raises. Get that soleus moving. Man, my shoe feels so good for this stuff. I'm like trying to feel it. Like slide around, it feels so good. Great outsole grip, ton of flexibility. Boy, just wrapped up the session. it was a good, you know, post-plane workout. You're never going to feel your most optimal self after a plane workout, but all things considered, honestly, joints feel pretty damn good. Usually after planes, my knees and hips get mad creaky and tight, but today not so bad. I think all of the stretching that we've been doing in the evenings and stuff has really been helping, especially with the hips, the glutes, and the quads. But yeah, we're going to go to the hotel now and try to find potentially massages before we go out to eat later, because why not? Let's treat ourselves. It's a vacation. All right, so day 4, we have a partner workout. This is a pre-wedding day programmed by Derek and Ellie. So 90, 70 cal row. So that's split 2 ways. So me and Derek are going together. 70 wall balls at 20 pounds. We have 50 GHD sit-ups. What is? Burpee
box jump
Oh, burpee box jump over. And 10 sandbag throws, or to shoulders, or however you want to play it. Almost through round 1. We had 30 burpee box jump overs. This is an aggressive height, y'all. This is such an aggressive height. 10 sandbag throws for the final movement. All right, we're on second round. 90 cal row all over. Doing pretty good time-wise. We got 70 wall balls broken up. We got 20-pound ball. Let's get it. Derek's rocking the Hayes trainers. We got some Hayes trainers over there. I'm gonna be asking for both their feedbacks on the shoe after this workout. Derek's worn prototype 3. Prototype 5, the one that I have on, is very different. We went to GHD versus toes to bar for the second set. Had 50, I did 25. D's on his 25. You could take my word for it that I did 25. Final set, 30 burpee box jump overs. All right, we wrapped up the workout. It was a good one. So the way my weeks of training usually go is, generally speaking, there's like 4 or 5 consistent days that I'm good on and I track on, like you've been seeing the first 3 days. But then, like, for example, this 4th day, I didn't really program for this. I just knew we were gonna be working out, so I left it open-ended just to, you know, see where the workout went. And that's why I also don't like sharing a lot of videos like this, because it's like very transient in what I like to do. And so for people to see that and be like, oh, he does this every single week. No, there's a little bit of a looseness, and that looseness ebbs and flows based off of what we're doing, where we're at, and it's more or less just being consistent versus really anything else, honestly. But all that to say, we're in Savannah walking around now. We're gonna have a coffee. We have a rehearsal dinner tonight and welcome drinks and whatnot.
Derek and Ellie just tried to kill us before we could even make it to their wedding.
Try to kill you. I felt decent in that workout. Me and Derek wrapped that partner workout up in 27. You guys were like 31. So
31.
Yeah, really not bad. And you guys did extra GHG sit-ups,
Yeah.
20 extra. So realistically, you guys should have been probably done at like 30 or even 29. But feeling good. I'll see you guys in a bit. Here's some Savannah core for you guys. Such a cute little town. Walking down here. So these are evergreen trees apparently, and that's moss. What is it?
They're live oaks.
Live oaks, or live oaks trees, but they're in the evergreen. They are evergreen. And then what is the moss called?
Spanish moss.
Spanish moss, and it's not invasive. They just use the trees for support. But we learned that the moss can slow down tree growth because of blocking of sunlight, not necessarily because of weight or anything. So pretty cool. But that's like what the moss is on these trees. It's not bad. They just use the trees for some weight. So their friend's getting a lift from a friend. Second coffee secured. Hello, mister. I know. Such cool old buildings. Our hotel's over here right next to this little park area. It's pretty cool. Our hotel is actually a converted brothel. In my opinion, they're overcharging for what it is. I would not recommend staying here. Very nice to be here for the wedding because we have the whole thing rented, but would not pay for this for me and Katie by ourselves. I would go to a hotel and pay the same price and get full amenities versus this one where we get really nothing for the 30 to 60 a night. Come on now. All right, so here with Derek. He is the groom. He's the reason we're here. Everybody say, congrats, Derek. Woo-hoo! But you've worn prototype 3. You wore prototype 5 today for a brief moment to get some sizing and stuff and give me some feedback. What are your honest thoughts? And that's coming from a Hayes trainer.
Yeah. So coming from Hayes trainer, it's hard to get me out of Hayes training shoes. They're been my favorite by far. Most cross training shoes feel blocky on my feet, whether it's like Metcons or the new Nanos. Like the shoe themselves can be kind of flexible with my foot, but just the sole feels very blocky on the bottom of it. They don't. Like I feel like I can grip the ground. I feel like I can feel the ground. Which I think is a nice improvement. I haven't ran distances in them yet, but I would prefer to wear them for a workout that has more like running, jumping, springy stuff in it. over the Hayes trainers at this point.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I'm excited for them. I
Thanks,
don't
dude.
want to buy more of these, but like they're getting long in the tooth.
They're goated, though.
I'm trying to hold out as long as I can.
Shoe. That is a very goated shoe. All right, welcome to day 5. Today we are going to go for a little bit of a run, so 2 to 3 mile run around Savannah. It's one of my favorite ways to explore little cities like this is to just run around them. So we're going to do that. We're going to be joined by my buddy Alex, aka the Macro Barista. A lot of you might know him from Instagram. He does like the healthier coffee recipes, but we're going to go run. I'm probably going to vlog that on my phone and not bring my camera. It's just too much effort and work. And there's a good chance that we actually probably only do like 1 or 2 miles and we end up just walking and just taking it easy because we did knock some back last night and we have wedding festivities all today. I think I have to start doing my stuff around 11 or 12. Right now it's 9, so a solid 3 hours. But yeah, I'll bring you through Savannah as we run. Also, check this out. Like, this is what we're talking about, okay? So here's our bed right here. It's right here. And then look at this. Look at how close the shower is. Like, and it seems like cool and vibey and chic until you like start focusing on the pragmatic details of it. And then their bathroom's right here. And then there's mold on the walls. Like, see that? That's mold. That's no bueno. And that's probably because the bed is right next to this shower. And then there's mold up here too. So my allergies, not feeling great. Just head north to 2 miles. Running goes so fast when you're in a new city. The homies.
When you're with friends,
When we do friends.
time just flies by. You never want it to end.
All right, so we are in our final day of training. I did not film at all yesterday. Yesterday was Sunday. That was the 6th day of the week because we started on Tuesday. And we were out till, 4 a.m. partying at the afters. So we decided to not film or train because we also had a 12-hour travel day with all the layovers and flight delays. Don't even get me started there. But today we have snatch grip deadlifts paired with a single leg kettlebell swing paired with, I think what we're gonna do is probably a sandbag box squat. I realized on Saturday or whatever it was when we went on our run, because I looked at my programming, that we actually went through the last day of my Train With Me block. So now I'm in this place of trying to figure out, okay, do I want to build a new block and really flesh out the training app? I think I am. So that's why today it's kind of like feeling out a couple of movement pairings. We also have a conditioning circuit at the end, which I'll bring you guys through in a minute. But starting with snatch grip deadlifts, goal is to build to a heavyish 6, so think like 8 out of 10. This is not a movement that Katie has ever actually done. It's a movement that I don't program often, but we're gonna get into it with a nice moderate volume, nice stimulus, nothing too crazy, but let's get after it. All right, top set of snatch grip deadlift. We got 225 for a 6er. My grip is not used to these lifts. All right, single leg kettlebell swings. We're doing 6 on each leg. With these, the hand that you're holding the weight in, the grounded leg, and then this leg is swinging the free floating leg. So coming back, forward. So awkward getting into the flow. Now we have sandbag box squats. All right, sandbags, box squats. Why are we doing sandbag and why are we doing a box? I wanted an interior load. I wanted to change it up from a goblet. I think a sandbag is just a little bit more fun sometimes. And I wanted to limit the range of motion we're working through. So nice, smooth, controlled concentration. All right, conditioning. We have 2 rounds of this. We're following a similar flow to the conditioning we actually did on, what was that, Friday? We're gonna do 70 cal row. I'm gonna do 40, Katie's doing 30. We're gonna do sled pulls, so with the weight of our mixed doubles. I'm gonna do 2 times, she's gonna do 1 time. Then we are doing skis, 50 cals. I'm doing 30, she's doing 20. And then we have 20 burpees, me 10, her 10. 2 times through, steady pace, to try to get it done, as fast as possible, but obviously don't redline. But let's get to it. All right, starting the row. All right, we got 225. So mixed double weight for pulls. Two times, and Katie has 1. Oh my God, this turf. Okay, me 30, Katie 20 cals. Twenty burpees, me 10, Katie 10. All right, so this concludes a full week of training. This is generally what my full week will look like. Granted, usually there is a bit more running. My running volume was a little bit light this week. As we ramp up over the next month, month and a half, getting ready for HYROX, we'll increase the volume a little bit. When weekends roll around like this and we're traveling and stuff, that's usually what tanks my running, to be quite honest with you. I also did mountain bike throughout the week as well, which I forgot to vlog. But I'll do 4 to like 7-ish miles on the bike. I've been trying to at least. I've been going once a week since we've got here in Phoenix over the last 2 weeks. But hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you noticed that my energy was all over the place as the week goes, it'd be like that. I don't like vlogging that much, nor do I like vlogging over an extended amount of days because my moods and energy obviously fluctuate and I'm not the type of person who can easily just turn it on for video. But all that said, y'all, if you like this one and want to see more like this, let me know. It will hopefully encourage me to just, actually do it and not complain and baby out of doing this kind of types of videos. As we set up the mobile shoe store and that whole process, there will be more vlogs to come. And once the shoe is out there and I'm comfortable talking about that and everything, we'll have more vlogs on that as well, because I have some really fun plans in 2026 for the shoe store that we're building with the cargo trailer coming to you. And then also just the shoe and putting on events and stuff. But appreciate you guys for being here. If you made it this far, appreciate you. But see you in the next one. Subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, if you're new here, welcome. But if you have, I appreciate you.